I know, every time we break people, even for a few minutes, it turns into a thing. Everybody starts networking real fast. I know it. Come on in, grab a seat, grab a seat. We have two presentations that you're gonna love. One is from a top earner, top in her company. You're gonna hear from her in just a moment. And then we're gonna talk about branding. How you can build your brand, how you can strengthen your brand, how you can reach more people through your brand, how you can get your team more connected and active with your brand, all of it, okay? So we're gonna have a great session with these two speakers, and then we're gonna go to lunch. I hope you enjoyed the breakout session. I hope you made your decisions. How many, this is gonna be your year, 2026 is gonna be the year that changes everything for you? All right. I'm excited, I believe you. I'm happy to be part of the journey and the process with you together. So this first presenter of this section, I've known her for quite some number of years. She's a superstar in our profession, #1 earner in her company. She's smashing it, breaking records in every direction. She's from the Dominican Republic, and she's here to bring you value. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big GoPro welcome to Ana Cantera.
Hello, GoPro! Woo! Oh my God, super excited to be here tonight. I have to say, I think it's a dream come true to be from, Latin America, dreaming for so many years. I have 15 years in this industry. And I remember my first GoPro, I was at home watching, where's my people, my VIP people, let me see all the comments. I was there dreaming one day to be successful in this industry. And today, I'm here being part of GoPro Experience 2025. So, I just wanted to know everybody here, everybody in their home, if I could do it, you can do it too. So today, I want to talk about a very important subject in network marketing. Let's talk about personal brand. And I will say that personal brand is definitely, our #1 asset in this industry. It's what really makes us different. And before I start talking about personal brand, I want to talk about my story. When I started in network marketing, I was broke, I was broken, I was in the middle of a depression. I had 60 pounds overweight. And as a single mom of 3 girls, I didn't have many options. I'll be honest with you. Like, I didn't went to college. I didn't have a good job. I didn't came from a wealthy family. So I didn't have many options in my country. Honestly, I didn't even know what to do. So literally, network marketing saved my life, saved my family life. I will be always very, very grateful for, this opportunity. But I want you to see those pictures today because I want you to understand that everything that today is big was once small. And everybody knows that, right? Everybody here started, I don't know your story, but I know that everybody here started maybe from the bottom. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of Latino people connected today. And let me do a little thing that I do every stage that I go, every country that I visit. I don't know if I have my team on, but I just want to say that estoy feliz, contenta, agradecida, bendecida, prosperada, millonaria y en victoria. And I wanted to say that. That's part of my personal brand, actually. And the reason why I'm showing you these pictures is because you have to decide. Before you start actually working your business, you have to decide to understand that you have to work on yourself first. You have to see yourself as the leader that you want to have, as the leader that you want to become. You have to see yourself and work on you, work the business, and then you will have the results. Most of the people, they do it backwards. They think that they have to work, but honestly, our first work is in ourselves. So I understood that looking that way, I was not gonna make it happen. So my biggest project, or my most important project, it was becoming that leader in every area of my life. You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. We agree on that, right? So that's the first thing. What is personal brand in network marketing? Personal brand is the story people tell about you when you're not in the room. It's basically your reputation. And I want to ask everybody here, what do you think that people say about you as a leader in this industry when you're not around? I think that's a very important question. How people look at yourself, how people feel about you, how people, talk about you when you're not around. And I think that that's very, very important. The second thing is your promise as a leader in this industry, your vision, your energy, your discipline, how people see those things from you, how people perceive, what you're doing right now in your business. And the third thing is what makes you unforgettable. There's many people in this industry. There's many products, there's many, companies, many compensation plans. But as you know, and I think that everybody here read GoPro, Eric will always say that in your company, the products is the same for everybody. The compensation plan is the same for everybody. The only difference between the people that has the most success and the people that don't is basically us. Like, you are the big difference in your business. Well, we agree with that, right? So you have to find out what makes you different, what makes you special. In my case, in my industry, I am the highest paid Latina in the industry, right? And that's how people know about me. A lot of people in network marketing in the Latino communities, they know about Ana Cantera, but of course, it's the way I sell myself. It's the way people talk about me. It's the way I present myself. And let's be honest, people buy you the way you sell yourself. We agree, right? You have to sell yourself. You have to work on become that person. Also, you have to have the results, but it's based on your perception and the perception that you create in the mind of people. So something that I want you to understand is that people don't connect with companies. People connect with people. This is a people's business. This is a leadership business. So you have to make sure that you understand that we don't only sell products or services. We sell trust. We sell vision. We sell presence. We sell love. We sell service. That's what people really perceive about us. And I have understand in this 15 years of career in this industry, people really, they don't care how much money you make or who you are or how cute you are. The only thing they really care is how you make them feel, how much you care about themselves. So you have to understand that, like I said, this is a people's business. So you have to see yourself, in that environment. So why I'm telling you this? Why, for me, is important personal brand? I was for 10 years in a previous company, very successful career there. 3 months ago, I decided, let's say I didn't decide it. Things happened, and I had to make a change, right? It was a very hard position. It was, I can say, maybe the hardest decision that I ever made. But I'm gonna be honest. I made that decision, and basically in one day, I had to tell my team that we were gonna move. My first 30 days, 10,000 people, over 2.5 million volume points. I achieved the highest rank in the company. In that first month, I had over 30 diamonds, positions and above. And don't tell anybody, but I make over $300,000 in my first 30 days in that company. Yeah, that was crazy. Why I'm telling you this? Of course, that's leadership, but that's personal brand. Why do you think people did the change with me? Trust, service, honestly. They knew my vision. They knew that I was making the change because we had to make the change. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you create when you have a very strong personal brand based, of course, in principles, in values, and in love, like real love to your team. So I'm going to share with you the 4 pillars of what I called, or what I understand about personal brand in network marketing. First, I want to talk about your authenticity, right? What makes you different in the industry. Your personal brand basically is your differentiator. Trust attract, authenticity convert, and consistency is what's gonna retain the people in your team. You have to make sure that whatever you do, you have to be consistent at it. You cannot fake it, you know? You have to really believe it. You have to really be that person. You have to, like, for example, I see a lot of people that they want to copy another person. Like, I want to be that leader, and now I have to dress like that person, and I have to, be like that person. To be honest with you, just be you. You're going to thrive your tribe. You have to have fun in this business. And not everybody's going to join you. Not everybody's going to feel attracted to you. But at the end, like I said, this is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be around people that, they're similar to you. So at the end, you're going to attract your people. So my first advice to you is be you. Be you. Of course, be your best version, but be you. The second thing, and very important, is you have to be visible. One of the top earners here in the panel, she said that basically her differentiator, it was that everybody has to see her. That's what she said, right? Network marketing, especially when you work in social media like I do, you have to understand that your social media is like your store. If you don't open your store, you're not gonna sell, right? So if you don't post in social media, if you're not showing everybody what you do, if you're not using your products, if you're not really being a product of the product, if you're not promoting, if you're not posting, nobody's gonna see you. So you have to be very consistent in the social media, in every social media, but of course, everybody has one. I am an Instagram girl. I know that there's a lot of people with TikTok now, there's people using Facebook. I know that maybe it's not easy to work everything, but honestly, I try to be everywhere. I try to be in YouTube, and TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. I just want people to see me. And I'm very consistent with my social media and my posts. I do lives every day, very important. I do lives every day. I paid ads, right? I attract a lot of people to my social media. But how I convert all those people that see me and follow me on a distributor or a customer, how I do that? They basically get in love with me in my stories or in my life. Because they know me better, you know what I mean? At the end, they decide that they want to work with me, not because they understand the business, or maybe they don't want to sell my products, but they just want to be part of whatever I'm doing, you know what I mean? So when you do lives, you're you. When you are actually doing live, you are yourself. And that's what I said before. You're going to attract those people. So I do live maybe every day. I don't do a professional live. I do lives of everything. I am a DJ at the beginning of the live. Everybody likes my DJ session. I do declarations. I talk a lot. I talk about my experience. Everybody knows what is happening in my life. Everybody's buying furniture with me. They shop with me. They eat with me. They drink the products. They will go work out. Everybody's part of my life. So I don't just have followers. I have a community, and even not everybody in that community is part of my team. Honestly, I really feel like everybody loves me. They know me. Even if they don't see me in person, they feel like they're my friends. And I have this community situation where everybody come in and I come in back. If you send me a DM, I sent you something. Like, I'm very personal with everybody that is really part of that community. So when you're posting, you have to post with an intention. You have to educate. You have to motivate, you have to entertain, you have to show humility, you have to offer solution to people's problems, and you're gonna sell your product or service. The main issue is that a lot of people think that you have to sell, or you have to entertain. And then, it's like, what do you really do? You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a balance in your community. You have to have a balance in social media where it's fun to see you, it's fun to be part of it, it's fun to follow you. I learned something from you. You make me laugh, you inspire me, but at the same time, I'm gonna end up selling something to you. And that's what we all want, right? That's what we all want. That's the main purpose. So that's what you have to know when you're building that community and you're building that brand in social media. The other thing is consistency. You have, like I said, to be consistent. Your team follows your example. Your team follows what you do. I don't know if everybody knows an example or something that I always do with my team. If I tell everybody here to put their hand in their cheek, put their hand in their cheek, put the hand in the cheek. Everybody put it here, not in the cheek. So what that means, people do what they see you doing. People don't do what you tell them to do. So you have to show them consistently what to do. I'm always doing the basic. I'm always selling products. I'm always recruiting. I'm always presenting. I'm always in a house. It doesn't matter. I have the team that I have the rank that I have, and I can be in a house with 5 people, and I'm doing the presentation happier than ever, sharing the products. I'm always showing everybody what to do consistently. And I think that that's one thing that, leadership-wise, sometimes people forget, and people stop doing the things that really work for them when they started growing. So you have to, if you talk about discipline, you have to show it. If you talk about freedom, you have to live it, show that. If you talk about a purpose, you have to share it. And you have to constantly do those things, right? The other thing, and it is very important about personal brand, is service. Impact, not just grow your brand. I think that impact is basically everything in your brand. If you're in my Latino community and network marketing, everybody knows that when I do those lives, I do lives for everybody. It's not just my team. I'm always adding value, I'm always training, I'm always talking to everybody openly. So it's not just my team or my community. Like, I really feel like I serve the Latino community in this industry. And one example, and our biggest example of that, is, of course, Eric Worre. Who in the industry of network marketing doesn't know Eric Worre? To be honest, when I joined 15 years ago, of course, I remember my first network marketing book that I read was GoPro. I'm very thankful and grateful that I read that book. And I think that everybody here knows what impact he has created with not just the books, but the events and all the information that he constantly shared with us. In my case, I have developed my whole system and my whole training system based on GoPro and the things that I've learned in all these events these last years. I've been part of the Next Level Mastermind. I am Hall of Fame from since 2018. I was part of that big event, and I was recognized there. And I've been part of GoPro community since years. I've been part from several events, and I want to say I can't go out of stage without letting everybody know. I see Marina and I see Eric as the father and the mother of network marketing, right? They have done so much for us. They have really impacted our life. They have trained, they have created these spaces. Actually, I have a lot of friends. I have new friends from this weekend because of these events, right, in the industry. I know a lot of top leaders. I have learned from a lot of top leaders. I've read the books. I've been in the trainings. I've been part of everything that they do. And honestly, I don't know where the industry will be if it wasn't for Eric and Marina. I personally, of course, that I'm going to be part of everything that they're doing. I just text my team and I told them, you know what? I want to see you guys on stage. I want to see you guys being recognized in Hall of Fame. I want to see you guys, being part of everything that we have experienced and having the access of being next to a Daniel G., John Maxwell, Pete Vargas, and all the people that I have met in these events. Is just amazing having Eric and Marina creating this space of growth for all of us. Proximity, leverage, and of course, exposition. And that's part of the personal brand. So I really want you to do me a favor. I want everybody to put on their feet. And I know maybe we have did this all weekend, but I want, because I was thinking, I was like, I don't really think that people recognize that much what Eric and his family, because it's not only him, it's him, Marina, and his family, has done for everybody here in this room and everybody in their houses in the whole industry of network marketing, from every single community, every single language, every single country. I want to have everybody here give a big, big round of applause. Big, big and loud. 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 To Eric and Marina. And before you sit down again, I want you to think about, before you sit down again, I want you to think about the life that you have today. I want you to think about the results that you have today. And the reason why I'm sharing you this is because I thought that I was fine and I was killing it until I saw Sandro on stage yesterday, who felt the same way. I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I felt embarrassed, I'm gonna be honest. And that's the point of this, right? That's why we came for this. So I want you to imagine, or I want you to think about your current life and your, results today. But also, I want you to see yourself, where do you want to be? Where do you deserve to be the next year, in the next GoPro, the next 2 years, the next 3 years? Not being alone here, but being with your team here. And I want you to all, in your houses, in the text, and everybody here, repeat after me. I decide to go pro. I decide to go pro. See you next year. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anna Cantera, everybody, give her a round of applause.